have the power.
Hey hero fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 Masterverse figures, and they'll be ranked by design and articulation and sculpts and paint apps and everything else. And so stay tuned, it's going to be really cool. I got 4 judges to actually help me rank these, and I had all kinds of rules for them and everything else on exactly how to do it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our first figure. So we switch the camera around and let's get this going. Our number 10 spot is Motherboard. And let's go ahead and look at those scores that we have for Motherboard. Open those curtains. And what did our judges give us for the score? Dun 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 dun. 5.3, 4.3, 8.2, and 8.0. So let's go ahead and put Motherboard up here and talk about her. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Now Motherboard is a much larger figure than our normal standard figure. She came in a really cool classic box. And if you didn't know the cartoon, she actually would emerge from Zor out of the wall and become this giant, monstrous female creature that would basically connect and give you some kind of a techno-virus that would turn you into a half-cyborg person. Now, this was an interesting one because people really enjoyed her wings a lot, and they're like, oh, the wings are so cool. And some people really like her coloring and aesthetics and just the cool fading on the wings. And that's what earned her the number 10 spot on our countdown today. Now, of course, we broke this down by articulation and head and face and everything else. So let's check out those individual numbers. All right, let's close the curtains and move on to the next figure.
I have the power.
Next on our countdown is number 9, the Sorceress. Wave 8. Where are you? I gotta look around. There she is. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. There she is. And let's see the judges' scores. Open that curtain. 5.5, 6.7, 6.4, and 7.4. Now, this was an interesting one because I think she's the only sorceress we have besides a Teela version, which really isn't the sorceress. It's Teela. And a lot of people were digging her cloth cape, and they also liked the way her face looked as well. Now, one of the points that they talked about was articulation. And as you know, she has some great articulation. Those elbows bend very far up. And because her cape covers the articulation point right there, it actually hides the issue that I've complained about for years of that articulation looking ugly. Just that one little strap across there covers the ugly portion of that articulation. So there you go. And she has a nice kind of rubbery thing. So that's what earned her the number 9 spot in our countdown today. All right, let's close the curtain and look at the next figure. Next up, dun 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 dun. Number 8, Evil-Lyn, the Bat version. Na 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 Bat-Lyn. Bat-Lyn, Bat-Lyn. Let's go ahead and see what the judges gave her a score as. Open that curtain. Judges, what do you have for me for Bat-Lyn? 6.2, 6.8, 6.1, and 7.2. Now, it is funny. The guy on the end, over here, he is an artist. And this artist, for some reason, he happens to rate these guys a little higher than everybody else. So as we go through, we're going to talk about our 4 judges and what their backgrounds are and why I selected them. But for right now, let's take a look at Bat-Lyn. So Bat-Lyn, as you guys know, has some very cool aesthetics to her clothing. I mean, I cannot believe all the detailing they put into this paint job on this figure. Now, she is sporting the double jointed elbow as well, so she has really good movement on there. And just like we saw at the other figure, her cape covers the ugly articulation points. So that is a great extra added feature. And she does have some cool accessories, and I just think it's a beautiful figure. Now, it is funny because as we will go through this contest, you will see that Mattel made a lot of Evil-Lyns, and it became kind of the running joke during the scoring as people were rolling their dice and picking their finger. Oh, I got an Evil-Lyn, and it just kind of became kind of funny. And pretty soon, this one guy goes, "Don't you know they're all Evil-Lyn, Teela, or She-Ra?" But it's funny, we only have 2 She-Ras, but we do have an abundance of Evil-Lyn and Teelas in this thing. All right, let's go on to our next one. Shut the curtain, please. Who is the next figure in line? Number 7, Frosta. Frosta. Dun dun. Now, this was a fun one to talk about because the people that I had doing this, they are not He-Man people, and I did that on purpose. I didn't want the character to influence their choices. Let's see the score. Curtain open. What did you guys give her for a score? 6.4, 7.7, 6.6, and 6.0. Wow! Our artist actually rated this one a little bit lower, and he usually ranks high for everything. Now, what's fun about Frosta is, of course, they all wanted to know what Frosta does and what makes her great. So I explained that she has powers like Elsa, basically, and that her hair changed colors in hot and cold water. And it was funny, our art collector, which is the one who gave it the 6.6, she really liked the idea of the hair color change on the figure. And so I'm surprised she only gave it a 6.6, but there you go. Pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at our next. Let's take a look at her articulation, and you can see her elbow articulation. Again, you can bend it far, but she has that ugly looking spot right there that just drives me crazy. But I did not let the judges know my opinion, so I did not want it to influence their decisions. I just talked about different articulation points and how sometimes we have double jointed or single jointed, and sometimes it's for posability, and sometimes it's so it can look nice on the shelf. So what I did was I brought some people over to my house, 4 judges, and in there I gave them a sample action figure box. And the sample action figure box has an action figure in it, and I used it to explain. Oh, that's where she went. I was wondering where this figure went. And I used it to explain all this different terminology, from articulation to sculpt and plastic to paint applications to accessories. So they would all have the same idea of what these different things were as we talked about them. Then we broke them down and they graded them all on these particular different spots. So we had articulation and engineering, face sculpt, hair sculpt, body sculpt, paint apps, clothing, accessories, and overall shelf presence. And I gave definitions for each one of these so that they would know exactly what each thing means as they grade the figures. And then I gave them a list like this with all the things across the top that match their sheet. And then the names of all the figures, 20 of them total. Dun, 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 dun. And then they would take and roll dice. Roll the dice. They would roll a 20-sided dice. And had a little bowl from the roll it in. And select number 14. Then they would get figure number 14. Figure number 14. Evil-Lyn 1987 movie. And they would open it up. And then they would take the figure out of the bubble wrap, look at the accessories, and then grade the figure on those aspects 1 through 10. 10 being amazingly awesome, and 1 being really lame, and 5 being average. So I had 5 be the average point. So that's pretty much all I explained. I did not want my bias to affect the numbers, because I would have gave her a lot higher. She is one of the figures I like a lot, so I'm surprised she did not rank higher in the listing, but then again, my bias was not part of it. All right, let's go on to the next figure. Shut the curtain, please. And next up, we have dun 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 Teela Vintage Collection. Do 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 do. There she is, Teela, the Vintage Collection. And let's see the judges' score on this one. Open the curtain, please. Judges, what do you have for Teela Vintage Collection? 7.1, 6.2, 6.8, and 7.3. And see, my friend the artist did not disappoint. He gave her a 7.3. As I've mentioned before, he does like to rank them a little bit on the higher side. Now, I want you to notice the judge over here on this side. This judge right here is the wife of an action figure collector. And she also happens to be a mother of 4. So she gave it a 7.1. Now, what's interesting about this figure is this figure comes with multiple heads. And it's the first figure we've seen in this countdown with multiple heads. And so I want to pull out the secondary head and have you guys look at it. There it is. Ooh, ah. Very nice looking head. So what I told everybody for their judging is look at both heads and choose the head out of the two you like the best and use that for your grading. So some of them may have chose this head. Some of them may have chose the one that she's wearing now that has that bald cap on it of metal. So I'm not sure which head they chose when they did their debating on this, but whatever one they chose, it was their favorite of the two. Now, of course, I also gave them a bag of all the accessories that came with the figure. So every single figure they looked at, they had a bag of accessories. And I also did not have any accessories included in their hands. So this staff was actually in the baggie when they got the box. All right, let's go ahead and look at our next figure. Close the curtain, please. All right, what is the next figure? The next figure is Evil-Lyn movie. Do 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 do. There she is. Now this was a really interesting one because they noticed right off the bat that she looked different. They're like, why does she look different? So I explained that she was actually in a movie, and a couple of them did search Meg Foster online and see what she looked like, and they said the face looks a lot like the actual figure, so they were really happy about how that looked. One thing that caused some confusion was her purple outfit. One of the judges kept thinking it was her skin, and she wondered why her skin was purple instead of her skin being skin tone. So I explained to her it's not her skin tone. It is actually like a I didn't say a leotard. What was the word? I can't think of the word now, but basically a skin tight suit that she's wearing. Let's go and take a look at the judges' scores. Open that curtain. And judges, what were your scores on this movie Evil-Lyn? Show your scores now, please. 7.3, 8.3, 5.9, and 7.4. And you can see our art collector only gave it a 5.9. Wow. But this lady over here gave it an 8.3. Now, this lady here is actually a middle school teacher, and she's also worked in a high school, and she also has an adoptive son that basically plays with toys. So she knows when she's thinking about toys and stuff, how they look. But she must have really liked the way this Evil-Lyn looked. Now let's talk about the articulation. The articulation on the elbow, you can see, is a single joint articulation. Now, personally, I like the single joint articulation just for aesthetic purposes because I think it looks better. But for me, if it does not bend at least 90 degrees, then it's a no-go. And we'll see some figures later on that when you bend this up, it won't go a full 90. I've seen some really good single joint elbows that actually go further than 90, and that's great. But again, it all depends on what you're looking for. And I am not a fan when the sculpt is when the sculpt is ruined because of articulation. Now, I think this figure looks great, And I think the judges are doing a pretty good job. I am surprised at the split between them, though. The disparity at the 5.9 versus the 8.3 is quite a bit difference in the difference there. But, you know, the middle school teacher, she may be onto something. So we'll see. All right, let's go ahead. Close the curtain, please, and let's find our next figure. And the next one is number 4, New Eternia She-Ra. There she is. Now this one really surprised me because I do not like this figure. But then as we were going through the numbers, I started thinking about the breakdown, right? It's not just about the face. It's about the hair sculpt, the head, the costumes, the articulation. All those things play into factor, shelf presence. And so when you look at it as a whole, this figure actually is pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it's the face. So again, my opinion was biased. Let's take a look at the judges, though. They gave her a ranking of number 4. Open the curtain, please. Judges, show us your scores for this She-Ra. 7.9, 4.8, 8.1, and 8.2. That's quite the disparity difference. In fact, it's kind of funny as you take a look at there, and our school teacher gave her the lowest score with a 4.8. Wow, that's surprising. Everyone else was right around the 8 mark. We have 7.9, 8.1, 8.2. So she would have done really good, probably maybe close to number 1 maybe, if the school teacher would have ranked her higher. Now again, I've told you guys before, I just cannot stand that face for some reason. But I found out looking at their scores. Let's look at their scores. I mean, if you look, the artist gave her a 9, my own wife gave her a 7, and the art collector gave her an 8. And you can see the scores don't match what I believe about this figure. I was shocked and surprised. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Close the curtain. And coming in at number 3, Evil-Lyn New Eternia. Evil-Lyn New Eternia. There she is. Oh, I think this figure is absolutely beautiful. I love this figure. This figure is amazing. Let's see what the judges gave her. Open the curtain, please. All right, judges. How did you have this Evil-Lyn fare? 8.3, 5.9, 6.4, and 8.9. Man, talk about some split decisions there. You can see that the mom of 4, the wife of the collector, 8.3. The artist, our high ranker, 8.9. But the two in the middle school teacher and the art collector, both ranked her lower. So it's funny, I asked them, I was talking to them about it, and I'm like, what didn't you like about this figure? Because to me, this figure is beautiful. It is amazing. I mean, look at the details on this. And our art collector was like, I wish she had more clothing. So for her, it was the lack of clothing and how little clothing she has around her legs. And it was kind of funny. She's like, oh my goodness, she has almost no clothes. And I had to crack up because our art collector is actually in her 80s, which is really fun that she did this with us. And so this figure here is only sporting the single jointed elbow, which you know I love because it looks aesthetically pleasing, but it doesn't even go 90 degrees. And that drives me crazy because you can't put her staff straight up and down unless you pull her elbow out too. And so, even though I do like aesthetically the single joint, the lack of movement kind of deters from that. So I'm kind of bummed about the lack of movement, but I do like the way it looks with the single joint. But anyway, you can see that if she would have been not so scantily dressed, she may have got a higher ranking out of our bunch here. Anyway, oh, I love her. She's so cool looking. Oh, so cool. All right, let's move on to the next figure. Close the curtains, please. All right, our next figure is in the number 2 spot. Another Evil-Lyn. Evil-Lyn. Now this one surprised the heck out of me. I am surprised that she is number 2. I would have never guessed that she'd be number 2. I guess because she has more clothes on too. Might be part of it. But remember, they get to choose what head they wanted. And they all loved the white-haired long. Let me find her head so I can pull it out and show you. Now she was in box number 1. Evil-Lyn Revelation Wave 1. And that secondary head, which I like it too. I've used it on a lot of customs now. They are right. That looks amazing. In fact, I'd love to put this head on my Bat Evil-Lyn. It looks so cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at their scores and see what they came up with. So, open that curtain and let's see what they got. Judges, it is time to show us your scores. Let's see, we got 6.7, 8.2, 6.8, and 7.8. The middle school teacher loved this one. She was all over it. She's like, yeah, this is a good one. Yes, our high ranker, though, he didn't rank it like he usually does with all the super high rankings, 7.8. All right, we are down to our last final one. Now, I want you guys to put in your comments what you think the last one is. We got a lot of figures left on the table here. We got 11 figures left just sitting around. And so I wonder what, well, I actually already know, but let's see if you guys can guess. Put it in the comments. I'll give you guys a few minutes to fill it in. Oh, could it be her? Could it be her? Oh. Could it be her? Oh. Could it be her? Oh. Could it be her? I don't know. Could it be She-Ra? Could it be Andra? Andra? Could it be Monster Power Evil-Lyn? Now, in order to calibrate everybody to the same school of thought, I had some figures that were not part of the 20, and this was the figures we used for training purposes, and I gave them all different figures to pass around to look at, to talk about what standard figure articulation, pinless versus pinned, and what they all were, swivel versus the bending, and all the different joints and accessories, and the way their costumes were. And I even threw in a custom just for fun, and just had all these different figures that they could look at, and they could ask questions before they started grading. And so they all talked amongst themselves. I told them some of my thoughts on these figures, and then that way they were all kind of calibrated to the same mindset of what an average figure looks like, to use that. But none of them were the figures that were in the sample, so that they would not be tainted or biased by already talking about one of the figures. Whew! Now that's a lot. So after we did all that, they then started to fill out their sheets. We got a lot of choices left. A lot of choices. A lot of great figures still coming up. Let's see their final one. And it is She-Ra, Princess of Power Deluxe. Whoops. Deluxe. So we're talking this one right here. Now, of course, she does come with more than one head. She comes with more than one cape. She does have her sword and her shield. She has the plethora of accessories. And I think the judges nailed it, because she is one beautiful figure. From her gold accents to her red cape to her beautiful face. Judges, let's see your final score on these figures. Open the curtain, please. And reveal those scores now. 8.0, 7.8, 6.4, and 8.3. Bum 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 bum. Let's go ahead and do the confetti. Ha! Hooray! She-Ra is the winner of the whole entire battle of the best figure of female figures of Masterverse. Hooray! All right. So if you guys want to see all the scores, I will have it downloadable so you can check them all out. So you want to download the scores and compare them all and see them and see what you think. And then let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and that is pretty much it. And until next time, like they say in the 1987 movie, where is my He-Man? Oh, he's standing next to Castle Grayskull. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.
I have the power. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. He-Man, He-Man, He-Man. The most powerful man in the universe. He-Man. This is Adam, Prince of Eternia, defender of the secrets of Chaos.